Hey everybody, I'm making cream of mushroom soup today, and I think you're going to really like the ability to do it yourself and not buy it in a can anymore. The recipe has baby bella mushrooms, olive oil, onions and garlic, stock, heavy cream, cream cheese, and seasonings and spices. I start by dicing the onions with this special machine that looks like something from Made on TV, but it actually has the same blade that a big commercial dicer would have that cost about $300. And restaurants buy those for each blade. It's crazy. I found this to be just really great to work with. I use it for a lot of things. I crush the garlic under a knife, and then I found this other new tool. It's a garlic rocker. It's stainless steel, and it just perfectly crushes the garlic, minces it up. Plus, it will hold it in the hoop as you do it. It'll fill it, and you can even scrape up all the juices off the board. You'll get every last bit of it, and you can even scrape it back off and put it back onto the board and do it again if you want it to be more fine. And then you just kind of slide it in a rocking motion to pick up what's on the board. And then I just take a knife. If it's not all smashed, I just smash it again and make sure it's all off the bottom. And then I just take a knife, which it's on the inside of the hoop, can't see it very well there, and just swoop it into my recipe. For some reason the pot looks a little small here, but it's a pretty big Dutch oven. It happens to be non-stick, but you don't need to have that. So put the olive oil in the bottom of the pot, and you're just going to add your onions and garlic together into it. In this particular recipe, I decided to add some ground chicken, so it would be chicken mushroom soup. The recipe is written just for mushroom soup, but of course you can always add the chicken if you choose. And here I added a whole pound of ground chicken into the onion and garlic mixture after it had cooked a little bit. Continue to stir it around and get the chicken cooked in with the onions, get the onions to be more glassy. And then I added 8 quarts of sliced bella mushrooms. I made a double recipe here. It was really big, but we really love it. And I just put it up in the freezer. We use it whenever we want. So I continued to cook the mushrooms down, and I added some handmade stock. And because it was a double stock, I added some water to it and then added in the spices and the seasonings, and then a little bit of added kosher salt on top of that, and continue to stir it up. And you've got the chicken on the bottom and the onions in this case and the garlic, and so I try to stir it around to get it kind of getting homogeneous together so it cooks, and then put a lid on it and cook it for about 10 more minutes. So here I'm removing some mushrooms, and I'm kind of being selective about it because I want them to garnish a bowl of soup that I'm serving as a meal. The rest of it I'm going to blend. You don't have to save out mushrooms unless you want some whole mushrooms or you want some partially chopped mushrooms in your finished soup. Then I'm adding the cream cheese to it that's been cubed so that it will help it to melt faster in the soup. And then you're going to continue to stir it and cook. I added a cup of heavy cream. The regular recipe is half this, so it'd be half of a cup of that. I'm going to continue to let it simmer a bit with the lid off, and then I'm going to take a blender, and I have to tell you how much I love this blender. Unfortunately, you might not be able to buy it anymore. It's by Braun, and what's great about it is that plastic rim won't damage your pot. And the other thing is that I have worked in many restaurants with stick blenders. They're all stainless steel. They cost $500, and every single one of them is always broken. This thing, I have had this one. I have 2. I'm not sure which one this is, but I've had them for at least 30 years. This one, at least 30 years. It still works like a charm. I found one on eBay that was brand new in a box. The box was like from the 80s or something. It was hilarious. But in pristine condition, and I bought it because I love this blender so much. I don't ever want to be without it. Anyway, blend the soup down and to the consistency you want. If you want some chunks in it, then don't blend it all the way. If you want it very, very smooth, then just keep blending it. And as you can see, it's finished now and it looks really good. So now you're ready to plate it, and you can add your mushroom garnish if you choose. You can also, if you have extra, freeze it. It freezes very well. I just put it in quart containers and throw it in my freezer. It also is amazing in green bean casserole. I would definitely make sure that you have a quart of it on hand when Thanksgiving comes around and try it in your green bean casserole instead of a can of soup. You might want to make sure it's thick enough. You might need to boil it down a bit, but it should work wonderfully. I'm probably going to do a video about that in the future. So the soup is ready, and if you choose to use the mushroom garnish, you can just lay them on top. But as you'll see in a second here, it's not so easy to garnish because they just want to sink. And usually what I do is I will do a little buildup of mushrooms underneath so I can set the mushrooms on top so it looks pretty, and I didn't do that. I want to give a big shout out to Diana, who gave me this recipe. It's an excellent recipe. It's actually considered keto, so it will fit into many diets. And of course, is a great addition anytime you need a cream of mushroom soup in any other recipe. It'll definitely elevate it beyond belief. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and please let me know if you make it.